All right, everyone, welcome to the ER podcast. I'm James Whitaker, here with Trichada, Choktana Simsakul, Numnim, and Oliver Grant. Today, we're diving right into the chaos in Ukraine and Gaza, but let's start with Ukraine. Now, there's been a lot of talk in Europe about creating a post-war buffer zone in Ukraine. It's one of those old Eurasian maneuvers, isn't it? Whenever there's instability, someone floats a buffer zone as a solution. But we've also got hardware talk. America approving the sale of long-range missiles to Ukraine. That inevitably stirs things up.
Yeah, and it's not just diplomats shuffling around, is it? The violence is still so present. I mean, Russia just bombarded Kyiv, and it wasn't a precise strike on military targets either. EU buildings, the British Council, places with these symbolic ties to the West got hit, more than 20 people killed, and tragically one of them was just a 2-year-old child. It's heartbreaking. You can really sense things escalating on both the ground and the diplomatic front.
Europe also seems to be, let me get this right, rethinking what it can actually do. Apart from tough wars, there serious talk now about seizing those frozen Russian assets, almost 200 billion pounds worth, and using them to support Ukraine, since that US support isn't guaranteed forever. Of course, Moscow would go, absolutely berserk if that happened. But Ukraine desperately needs more funds for its defense. It's this complicated mix of practical needs and political risk no one really wants to steer straight into.
Yeah, you're right. And James, it all blends together, the politics, the legal gymnastics, and the physical realities of war. Meanwhile, on the ground, Kyiv's rescue crews are working after another punishing attack. That daily grind, pulling survivors from the rubble, is a much grimmer reality than any summit room negotiation. Makes you wonder if these high-level strategies really connect with the everyday consequences people are seeing right now.
And the parallels to Ukraine are really striking, aren't they? I mean, the tactic of demolishing urban areas to try and root out opposition, it echoes those brutal campaigns in Chechnya. In both cases, the overwhelming force, the bombs falling on homes, the idea is to break the will of the enemy. But civilians are the ones stuck in the crossfire. You see families living in makeshift tents or churches, living with that constant fear. And, even 1 week after that official famine declaration in Gaza, the aid isn't really reaching people. The situation on the ground just gets more desperate, and the promised relief keeps falling short.
The strategic thinking here, if you can call it that, seems depressingly familiar. Urban warfare turns entire cities into rubble, starves out populations, and makes outside intervention tougher. In Ukraine, in Gaza, it's similar playbooks. And yet, the larger international community seems to be perpetually a step too slow, caught up in procedural wrangling and diplomatic statements, while the suffering just accumulates.
Yes, and when you speak to families there or aid workers, the sense is that they don't expect meaningful intervention anymore. Their focus is just survival, finding food, a safe place, basic dignity. I think sometimes that can get lost amid all our big picture analysis.
And that's probably a reminder for us, right, to always bring it back to the people, both in our reporting and these conversations. Well, that probably wraps us up for this episode. We'll keep following the stories in Ukraine, Gaza, and, everywhere in Eurasia where these crises keep unfolding. James, Numnim, cheers for the insight.
Thank you both, and thanks to everyone listening. We'll see where the next twists take us. Take care all.
Thanks, James. Thanks, Oliver. Until next time, stay thoughtful. Goodbye.